Minute Math. When you need help, you use Minute Math.
Hi, I'm Sean Gannon, and this is Minute Math, and today we're going to learn about naming decimal places. We're going to write the name of each decimal place. If I was given this, we have 725, and they tell us right here. So we have that little bar under the 5. Well, this is our first placement right there, first place. So we call that the ones place. The ones place. Okay? And that's it. 7,823. And we have a little bar right there underneath the 3. That's what's indicated. Well, what place is that? Well, that place is what we call the ones place. Now, why do we do that? Well, the ones place is the first one, right? Our first digit. So our first digit we call the ones place. So there's our answer, all right? 199. And we have a little bit of bar underneath that last 9, right? Well, that 9 right there is what we call the ones place. Okay, so we have the ones place right there, right? Ones. Okay? So the ones place right there. So it's the first digit, we call it the ones place. So first one is our ones. Okay? All right, and that's basically it. 11,717,555. And our little bar is right here underneath that 1. Okay, so what place is that? Well, that place right there, right, we have our thousands, then our 10,000s place, right? So imagine like if there's just a 1 in that digit and the rest are 0, it'd be 10,000. So it's 10,000s place, right? So we have 10,000. $10,000s. Okay? 9,053,496. And they have a little bar we're indicating right here. Okay, right there at the 4, right underneath the 4. Okay. Well, what place is that? So one of the little techniques I like to do here, right, is I look at that number, I ignore everything else, right? Where it is, I just put a 1 there. Okay, and then I put 2 zeros afterwards for each digit. Okay, so we're at 100, right? So 100 is that number, so this is the hundredths place, right? See what I'm getting? Hundreds. Okay, so it's the hundreds place. All right. We got 709, so 709,758,000. Okay, and 968. Okay, and we have a little bar underneath here, underneath that 5. Okay, underneath the 5. All right. So what is this? Well, so my technique, right? I look at that bar. Okay, I put a 1 there, and then I put zeros the rest of the way. 0, 0, 0, 0. And this is for each digit. Okay. So now I have 10,000. So what places is this? 10,000s, right? So we have 10,000s. And that's our placement right there, our decimal place. So 105,016. Okay? And the bar is underneath this 5. That's an important part right there, right? So what, again, my technique, right? I put a 1 underneath the indicated value, and I put zeros for the rest of the digits, okay? So that, when we have that, okay, what number do we have? Well, we have 1,000, right? 1,000. So this is the thousands place. Thousands, okay? Now, we don't really care what's to the left, right? We just care about the number indicated and everything to the right. So 43,105. Okay? And the bar is underneath the 0 right there. Well, when I'm looking at this, I don't care about everything to the left. I just look at the 0, right? That's the first thing I look at. And I put so that place right there, I put a 1 underneath it, and then I put a 0 for everything to the right. So 0 for the 5, and that's it. So we have the number 10. Well, this is the tens place. All right, it's a good technique right there. So the 0 represents the tens decimal place. 8.683554. Okay, and we have a bar underneath the 5. Okay, well, how do we figure that one out? Well, one thing I like to do, right, how I can see what place this is, right, I will put a 1 underneath the decimal, okay, and I'll put zeros all the way until the number itself, the bars. Put 0, 0, 0, 0, okay? Now that number itself is 10,000, right, 10,000, so that gives me a clue. So this is actually what we call the 10 thousandths. 10 thousandths, and that THS is added when it's the decimal, right? But it's a 10 thousandths decimal place right there, okay? And there we have it. 9.6456, okay? Well, the place indicated right there is right underneath the 5, okay? So my technique, right, I'm going to put a 1 where the decimal place is and put zeros for every number up to and including where that bar is. So that number is 1,000, okay? So this decimal place right here is the thousandths. The thousandths place right there, okay? So we have the thousandths place, and there's our answer, right? And the THS is added when it's on the decimal side. 1.87605, and the number is underneath the 7 right there, okay? Well, what I first want to do is I put a 1 where the decimal place is and zeros afterwards up to that 7, the indicated value, okay? So from there, okay, I have 100, so this is the hundredths place, right? So hundredths place, and there we go. And so that's our final answer. 5.642141, okay? And the bar is underneath this one right here, okay? So what I do, okay, is I put a 1 where the decimal is and put zeros for each digit afterwards. 0, 0, 0, 0, until I hit the one we need. All right, so this here, right, is 10,000, okay? So it's 10,000, so it's our 10,000ths place digit, right, decimal. So it's 10 thousandths, 10 thousandths, right, 10 thousandths, and that's our answer right there, okay? 6.49890, and we have our bar underneath this 9 right here, okay? So my technique is I put a 1 where the decimal is and zeros afterwards. 0, 0, 0, and 0. But I stop at the 9, okay? This number is 10,000, right? 10,000. So in this decimal place, right, is a 10,000ths place, right? So 10 thousandths. 10,000ths place. And there's our answer, okay? Pretty simple. 7.111, okay? And the first one right there, okay, is the one that's indicated. Well, if I put a 1, another 1, right, at this decimal, and put a 0 for every number afterwards, I just have this, okay? And that's the number 10, okay? So this is actually what we call the tenths place, okay? The tenths place, right? So we have 10, THS, because it's on the decimal side, so it's the tenths place. 2 9.74939. And I have the first decimal place right here, or they indicated on the 4, okay? So what I like to do is put a 1 where the decimal is, right? And then zeros until I hit that 4, okay? So I have 100. That's the number 100, so this is the hundredths place. The hundredths place, right? THS again, when it's on the decimal side. 5.2432, okay? And the bar right here is on that 2, okay? Well, first thing first, I put a 1 where the decimal is and put a 0 underneath the 2, and then I'm done. I stop there at that bar. This number is 10, okay? So from the decimal side, it's the tenths place. Tenths place. And then we're done. Pretty easy, right? 32.658.297. Large 7, but the bar is underneath the 9, okay? Same process I did before. I put a 1 where the decimal is and a 0 under each digit afterwards. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, but I stop at that 9, okay? This number is 100,000, right? 100,000, that's the number there. So this is the 100,000th place, okay? We have the 100 thousands placement right there. 100,000th placement. 6,721.86. And the placement they're asking is right here under the 1. Okay? So when I'm on the left side of the decimal place, what I do is I just put a 1 underneath the number that we need, and a 0 all the way to the right until I hit the decimal. Well, I'm right, or right before the decimal. Well, this is the number that's right before the decimal, so I'm done. Well, that number is just 1. So this is what we call it, right? Just 1, right? Ironically, same thing, but this is the ones place, okay? The ones place, the first one. 69,042,020. Okay, the indicated number is right here, that's 0, okay? So what I like to do, I put a 1 underneath that 0 and put zeros the rest of the way. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, okay? Well, that number is 100,000, right? 100,000. So that placement is the 100,000th place. 100,000. 100,000th place. Alright. 9.69. And right there, that 6 is the number that's indicated. Well, my technique right here, right, I put a 1 where the decimal is and put a 0 until the number indicated. So that's just the first one, 6. So I have a 10, right? So that means, since it's to the right of the decimal, this is the 10th place. 10th place. Okay? And there's our final answer. 537,225.88. And the number indicated is this 2 right here. Okay? Well, my technique, right, underneath that 2, I will put a 1. And I put zeros underneath each digit until the last one right before the decimal. Okay? So that number is 100. Okay? So this placement here is the hundreds place. Right? So the hundreds. Hundreds. And there's our answer. 469,523.77. And the number indicated is this, 5. Okay? That 5 right there. Well, What I like to do, put a 1 underneath that 5 and put zeros for each digit afterwards until I get to the decimal. That number is 100, so this is the hundreds place. And there we have it. Final answer. 3,376,483,008. Okay? Now don't let the large number fool you or trick you, right? This 3 is the one we're trying to find. So my technique is still the same. I put a 1 underneath that 3 and put zeros the rest of the way. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. That number is 100 million, right? 100 million. This is a million. That's 100 million. Okay? So the placement is the 100 millions. And there's our answer. Okay. 639,606,650. Okay? And I need to find this first 6. Okay, that placement, right? Same technique I always do. I put a 1 underneath the 6 and zeros. The number indicated, zeros the rest of the way. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay? So that number is 100 million, right? 100, and this is the millions place for the rest. 100 million. Okay? So that placement here is the 100 millions place. And there is our final answer.
Minute Math, Minute Math. When you need help, you use Minute Math. Minute Math, Minute Math. When you need help, you use Minute Math. MinuteMathTutor.com.